Hello, I'm Tanya Ryman from Platypi Designs, and I am your website strategist. Have you ever run into a situation where you have seen a blog post where the by person it happens to be admin or some other administration name that isn't a proper name? Have you had the same experience with your own blog posts? In this video, we're going to be going over how to have the byline for the blog post be a proper name and switch the author. So let's say if you're someone's administrator and you're blogging for someone, then you may not want to have your name as the byline. You may actually want to have somebody else. You may want to have let's say the professional. So if I was an administrative assistant to a lawyer, I'd want the lawyer's name here, not mine. So first things first, when I am logged into WordPress, essentially I am going to go from my dashboard into users, all users. And I'm currently logged in as admin. You can see that on the top right-hand corner. You can also see that admin is the one that created this blog post, and there happens to be admin in a user. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to go and edit admin, and we're going to change a setting that is called display name publicly as, and I'm going to click this drop down and I'm going to select my name. So display name publicly as, and then I'm going to choose my name and I'm going to hit update profile. I've just updated the profile for the user admin. So essentially this blog post was created by admin. When I refresh the page, you'll see that there's my name right there. In the case where I happen to be an administration assistant, if I am in WordPress in the administration tools, again, I will go to all users. And in this case, you know that I've just gone and changed admin for the name. So we haven't applied the same setting for test user. So now let's say this happens to be the lawyer and this happens to be me as the assistant. So a user, you can create a new user at any given time. So we need a user for the lawyer so that the blog post can be written by them. So here we created a test user, and I'm going to go into edit, and I'm also going to change the exact same setting, display name publicly as Jane Doe. Go to the bottom, click update user, and all that did was change the profile on test user. So when I refresh the page, nothing's actually happened in terms of the ownership of the blog post. The author is still me. However, I want this to say Jane Doe. So now what am I going to do? In this case, I'm going to go to edit post. So up at the very top, when you're logged in, you get this bar at the very, very top. I'm going to go into edit post, or alternatively, if I'm in my back end of WordPress, I can go into posts. I can click edit here as well if I want to. So I'll click edit. And you'll see that I've got a variety of different settings. Depending on the theme that you have installed, you are going to see different boxes in here. The one you're looking for is one called author, and it would sit somewhere underneath the main blog content. So if you can't see the author option, go to the top right-hand corner, click on screen options. You'll see that there's a bunch that are flagged on and some that are flagged off, one of which happens to be author. So I'm going to flag that on, put a checkbox on it, and I'm going to close down screen options. I'm going to scroll down further the page, and all of a sudden, there it is. There's my author box, which it wasn't there before. Going to click on the drop down. In this case, I'm going to do Jane Doe. That's let's say the lawyer if I'm their assistant. I'm going to click Jane Doe. You'll see that test users in brackets, but that won't show up on the website. I'm going to scroll up. I'm going to click update. Once it tells me that the post has been updated, I can view the post here, or if I have it open in another window, I can refresh the screen, and that should change my Tanya Ryman to Jane Doe. So that way you can be someone's assistant, or if you're posting for somebody else, you can allocate it to somebody else without having to delete the post and things like that. So that's how you would get a proper name into the byline of a blog post and change the author as needed. I'm Tanya Ryman from Platypi Designs, and I'm your website strategist.